video up in here. Yes, bitch, yes. It's a little breezy out here. Today we are having garlic shrimp and broccoli and fried rice. This is going to be a 15-week update, but as you guys know, I am already in my 16th week. I do it the week after so that I can let you guys know about everything that happened. And let me tell you, a lot has happened. I'm gonna update you guys on a yeast infection that I thought I had. I am gonna update you guys on symptoms. I'm gonna basically give you guys the nitty gritty. You guys know that I do not hold back. You guys know that I keep it real with you guys. I'm gonna tell you everything. Yeah, that was a car that was just driving through the park, y'all. It was a car in the park. I don't even know how we got in here. I heard that if you eat whatever you eat now, that the baby will end up enjoying and eating later. Yes, June. So I'm gonna eat, not these carrots, but I'm gonna eat carrots. You're gonna love Haitian food. You're gonna love tuna, because I've been fucking some tuna up. Salt and vinegar chips, oh my god. You guys know that I'm gonna have my phone here. This is my handy dandy helper to let you guys know everything so that I don't forget anything. And so that we can keep it real with you guys. So thank you guys for joining me. If you haven't yet, like, subscribe, shared my videos, make sure that you do so, because again, I keep it real. I tell you guys everything that has been going on. And let me tell you, pregnancy life has been real. I still haven't really had any sort of cravings or anything like that. The only real craving that I can say that I've had was like Rita's. I love ices. Ices has really been my thing. I've been like really killing the icy game. I can't really say that I've had any sort of cravings or anything like that. I really eat the same thing that I've been eating. In the beginning of my pregnancy, I did have a huge food aversion, but now I find that I'm eating more and I'm wanting more food. Like if I don't, and when I usually don't eat, I get hangry, but now I find myself like about to turn into a villain if I don't eat. And I get really, really annoyed and aggravated if I don't eat times 10. Update about baby. During 15 weeks of pregnancy, baby is either a size of a pear or an apple. So if you want to compare what your baby's gonna look like, that's what you compare it to what it will end up being. Baby will be about 4 inches, which is about 10 centimeters, 10 whole centimeters. Your baby is 10 centimeters long, 4 inches. I think that's like this big. To me, it's like this big. But that's how big your baby is right now. And your baby should weigh about 2.5 ounces. Now I have some fun facts. I actually went to the doctor this week. They called me in for an emergency appointment. I'll tell you guys all about that. Ooh, there was a fly trying to eat my food. My June weighed in at 5 ounces. That's double the ounces that it's supposed to be at this time. And I'm like, whoa. I feel as though my baby's gonna be huge. Like, and then the thought of that thing just coming out of your vajayjay, it's like, damn, I'm gonna be pushing out a fucking human out of my vagina. And I don't think it really hit me. My boyfriend is always like, do you know what your vagina is about to do? Like, do you understand it? And I'm all like, I am a goofball. I'm always playing around. I'm always playing. His favorite line is, you think everything is a joke. I'm always playing around, goofing off. But when the time comes, I know that I'm gonna be like, oh my gosh, like I'm gonna be nervous. I'm not gonna lie, like this is my first child, my first pregnancy. I just want everything to go okay. This week, my hormones has been a lot better. When I say hormones, I'm talking mainly like my reaction to things. So I went to my hemoglobin doctor this week. I was hoping and praying, you know, I've been taking these iron pills faithfully every single day, never missed a dose. And I'm like, there's no way in hell that my iron could still be as low as it is. It's very important that your hemoglobin and your iron is at a particular level, because once you give birth, you do lose blood. You can either lose a little bit of blood or a lot of bit of blood, but to make sure that you have enough blood, it's important that your iron and your hemoglobin is at a particular rate. Now me, when I first started out in my pregnancy, my hemoglobin was about 10 point something. Went to the hemoglobin doctor. My first doctor's appointment at the hemoglobin doctor, my hemoglobin was approximately 9.9, right? So I had already started on these iron pills before the doctor even recommended it. I started taking these iron pills. Take them faithfully every single day, never missed a dosage. Made sure that I was doing exactly what I was supposed to be doing. I was drinking beets juice, eating a lot of greens, making sure that I'm eating the proper things that have iron in it so I can try to build my iron. 6 weeks later, I went back to the hemoglobin doctor and my hemoglobin has dropped. So everything that I've been doing, it's been working, but it hasn't been working enough. And the reason I say that it hasn't been working enough is because as the baby grows in your belly, it's going to require more iron. The more iron I take in, great for the baby, because it's getting the iron that it needs. But I also need like more iron than that, because I'm not getting enough iron and I'm not getting a sufficient amount of iron that I need. Me and the doctor's next step, I'm still early within my pregnancy, 15 weeks, now 16, but 15 weeks at the time, we decided to double up on my iron. Instead of taking 1 iron pill a day, I'll take 2 iron pills a day. Another thing that I learned was I was doing this thing wrong the whole time. I'm under the impression, yeah, I could pop my prenatals, pop my magnesium, pop my iron pills and just be done for the day, right? Do not do it that way. The reason I'm telling you guys don't do it that way is because your prenatal vitamins, they have a whole bunch of vitamins in it, including calcium, right? Calcium and iron. Your calcium is gonna absorb that iron. So your calcium is basically eating up that iron. So it's like you really didn't do anything at all. And the doctor didn't even tell me this. So some things you're gonna have to look up on yourself, because the doctor isn't gonna be like, oh, well, don't do this and this at the same time, so on and so forth. You're gonna actually have to put in the work to understand what's going on. So I started taking my iron pills about 2 hours after I've taken my prenatal. With these things, it's very important sometimes to do the research on your own, because you can't really depend on people all the time. Now, in my last video, I told you guys that I thought that I might have had a yeast infection, and I was waiting on my results from my doctor on whether or not I had a yeast infection. I did start taking Monistat without my doctor's approval because I just couldn't wait anymore. Like, my vagina was in the most pain ever. My vagina felt as though it was going to fall off, and I was going to be okay with that. That's how much pain I was in. I had the most undesirable pain that I couldn't even take it. My doctor had given me a list of medications that I was able to take. What I did end up taking was the Monistat 7. So I took that. They had like this itch cream in there. So I took the itch cream. That definitely stopped the itching, stopped the burning. Another thing was I started taking ACV baths, apple cider vinegar baths. Put the tub of warm water, and I took 2 cups of apple cider vinegar and I poured that in there. And I soaked in there for about 15 to 20 minutes. And after that, of course, I then showered. Throughout pregnancy, everybody always talks about these symptoms that you have. You know, you throw up, you have cravings, you eat ice, like your feet is swollen, like all of these different pregnancy symptoms. Nobody ever talks about the irresistible feeling of your pussy being on fire. I've never felt so much pain in my life. Honest to God, I've never been in so much pain to the point where I couldn't walk. And it's like, you know, people say you have pregnancy wobble, you wobble back and forth, so on and so forth. I think most of the time people probably be having yeast infections, because I was walking with the wobble. This is what kind of like screwed me up. I could have got my results sooner, but it was 4th of July weekend. My doctor's office was closed. I took my test on a Friday, so I wasn't gonna get my test back till next Friday. The next Friday was an observed holiday, so I had to wait until like that Monday, that Tuesday in order to get my results. Still not even knowing if I had a yeast infection or not. I'm just going with the flow. Come to find out, I had a BV, a bacterial vaginosis. Same exact symptoms. The difference is a yeast infection is based off of fungus, and the other one is obviously based off of bacteria. Now, you get a bacterial vaginosis basically from hormones being all screwed up, and from your pH balance being like all screwed up. So keep in mind different ways to keep your pH balance on point is to drink lots of water, lots of water, and also those ACV baths. Those will definitely help. The first day after I was having those horrible symptoms, I cleaned myself with ACV vinegar and warm water mixed in, diluted. Remember to dilute that apple cider vinegar with the mother. I'll put a picture of the brand that I've been using. Has to have the mother inside, and that's just the raw and unfiltered apple cider vinegar. That's what's going to basically help to get your pH balance all up and running and back to where it needs to be, and also clear out any sort of infections or any sort of bacteria that you guys have inside there. I probably have to say I had to do it for a day and a half, 2 days. The swelling went down. I was feeling okay. Then I got the diagnosis that I had the BV. I had an option of taking a pill or a gel. I decided to take the gel. The reason I decided to take the gel was because when I looked it up online, a lot of the pills, they weren't the best for pregnant women. So I decided to use the cream and it was a gel that I inserted every night. It was a 5-night dosage versus a 7-day, 2 times a day, which was 14 pills versus 5 gel insertions overnight, so on and so forth. Now the con I can say about the gel is that that gel has to come out. It's not only gonna come out gel, but it's gonna come out with your discharge. It's gonna come out with all of that thing. So it wasn't really the cutest. It wasn't really the nicest, right? It was just disgusting. Disgusting, you guys, right? But I'm keeping it real with you guys. I'm giving you guys something different. Now today is Thursday. We're about 5 days post medication. I still have a little bit of discharge coming out. You're gonna have discharge still coming out. That's the side effect of the pill. I'm sorry, not the pill, the gel. They also said that it takes about 7 days or so for your body to start feeling normal again, right? It was just the most disgusting feeling in the world. I want my vagina to be back to normal, like. And these are the things that people don't talk about when it comes to pregnancy. Nobody ever said this shit. No one ever told you that this is gonna happen. Nobody tells you these things. And I'm just like, why not? Why didn't no one tell me that there was a possibility that, hey, you might get a yeast infection, you might get a BV. These things are normal during pregnancy. Ways to prevent it or cure it is such and such and such. So that's what I'm here for. I'm here to tell you guys this. Start early. Start early, start now, start before you're pregnant, start before all of these things. Other than that, week 15 was amazing. I think I'm getting big enough now where people are gonna start noticing. My jeans, they still close in the front, but I feel a little pressure on my tummy, so I decided not to wear jeans. I've also gotten to the point in my pregnancy where I can't lay on my stomach. I thought that would come later on, but I can't lay on my stomach anymore. I'm just laying on my side, pillow in between my legs. Of course, I'll show you guys my baby bump, but mind you, I just ate, so it's gonna be a little bit of both. I think that's all I really have for you guys. I am currently 16 weeks, so I am 4 months into pregnancy. One last thing, I didn't tell you guys about my doctor's visit. I went to the doctor's last week and they did an emergency ultrasound because I was having pain. I was having pain from my uterus. Now what they advised me is that my uterus is stretching, so I'm gonna feel a hard pain right underneath, like my belly button and right above my vagina. But it hurts so much that sometimes I can't even walk. I have to walk bent over. I can't get out of bed. I have to try to roll myself out of bed. Also another thing is that they advised me that I might end up needing a pregnancy belt, and what that'll basically do is that'll hold the weight of the baby up. Now I'm starting to feel that pain. I feel as though some days I can't even walk straight. But during the emergency ultrasound, of course, we were able to see baby's heartbeat. Baby was moving around. Baby was extra big. That's when I found out baby was 5 ounces. So baby is a big baby, to me at least. And baby is growing. Baby is okay. Baby is doing all that it needs to be doing. Again, I just pray for a healthy, safe pregnancy, healthy, safe delivery. I know that everything is going to be okay. I find myself praying a lot more so daily. If I forget, every other day. Anytime I get a chance to, I pray. I thank the Lord for giving me this blessing of a child, because there's a lot of people out there who, unfortunately, they're unable to have kids. So I'm just very thankful I'm thankful to have both of my parents here to see me on this journey. There's just a lot to be thankful for in this particular moment. So I'm just thankful for the world. I'll show you guys exactly how I'm looking. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share to all your peoples. If you guys had any of the same symptoms, any of the same feelings that I had, definitely let me know. Any sort of questions that you guys may have, definitely let me know. Of course, I'll do the best of my ability to answer all of your questions. And it's time to show you guys my baby bump. Let's see. This is my baby bump so far. So as you guys know, I tried to go with like a more flowy outfit so that everything is not so tight on my body and holding me like grr, because I just want everything to flow and I want my baby to have room to grow. I haven't felt any sort of movement yet, but I can't wait to see you June. I can't wait to meet you June. You are my life. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. See you guys soon.